Здравствуйте, друзья! I stepped on your foot. Oh, that's okay, Sergey, don't worry about it. You have to step on my foot now. What? Why? You just need to. But I'll get your shoes dirty. Do you want us to quarrel? No. What's going on? Then step on my foot, please. But you're wearing white Dolce & Gabbana sneakers. It's inevitable, I don't care. Step on my foot. But they're so beautiful. Well, beauty is pain. Sergey, please. You don't respect me? I do respect you. Then you need to step on my foot. Please, it feels so wrong. But it's the only right thing to do. I don't think I can do it. I don't care. My shoes are muddy. Daniel, my man. In Russia, it's not the mud on a man you should be worried about. The mud in a man is much more scary. What does that mean? It means you should step on my foot. I did, in the end, step on his foot. He was quite happy, elated even. If I remember correctly, that was my first encounter with Russian superstition, but not the last one. At first I resisted, but resistance was almost always futile. And when I did manage to come out on top, the look on the Russian faces screamed with defeat. This led me to just accept Russian tradition, seeing how I was to live here for quite a while more. During my first few weeks in winter here, I found out that it's mandatory to remove your gloves when shaking hands. And recently, I read on some cheesy man's blog that this rule in many countries has exceptions, in winter for example. Not in Russia though. In Russia, man blogs you. 20 below zero and you don't take your glove off to shake hands? Oh, the grim faces. I bet even in 50 or 60 below zero Siberia, the rule still stands. Now, when I'm visiting back home in London and see people are not taking their gloves off to greet me, ugh, bloody savages. Oh, and you can't shake hands over the doorstep. It's a sin, no exceptions. None at all. Speaking of doorsteps, once I went along with my friend to visit his mum. She greeted me and told me where the toilet is. Why the heck would I need to know that? I told her that I didn't really need to go. The expression on her face said, I think you do. With my foreign face conveying nothing but confusion and stupor, she added, to wash your hands. Oh, right. I understand. I did not. Why would I need to wash my hands? Were they dirty? Turns out that's another tradition / superstition. Maybe that's why there are so few coronavirus cases in Russia now. I must have made so many Russians uncomfortable when I visited their houses, and without giving my hands a good wash, touched everything in their home? Yuck! I'm now ashamed to even think about this. There's more. You can't whistle in the home, for example. It's bad juju. If you do whistle, you lose your money. I used to say, well, I don't have any to begin with. Now I think maybe me not having any was a consequence rather than a given condition. Before leaving on a long journey, and this one I love, you need to sit for a couple of minutes in silence. Meditate, will you? Mentally prepare for the challenges ahead. It's nice. And when buying flowers, the number of individual flowers should be odd. Even numbers of flowers are reserved for funerals. So you need to get 1, 3, 5, or 7 and so on. Digging deeper, this tradition has carried on from the ancient times, where Slavs believed that even numbers symbolized an end of a given cycle. The cycle of life in this case. So don't go sending your new beautiful Russian girlfriend 12 roses. It's not her funeral. Yet. The list of my obsessive-compulsive tics has increased by a lot. But I've learned to live with it. It was difficult to accept, foreign to me. And until I learned to accept them, I was foreign to them. Such traditions and superstitions give a sense of unity to all those who live by them. Refuse, and there's a sense of discomfort to all those present in a given situation. This did make my life in Russia more difficult, and just because I thought that these superstitions were a bit strange. Overall, everything becomes normal if you do it often enough, doesn't it? It wasn't easy though. Imagine you're with me in Manchester and I see a blue pigeon and scream, "Oi, take off your left shoe immediately and smell your sock. Right now, bro." I don't think you'd do it, eh? Enjoyed this true Russian story? Like, subscribe, and hit that bell button to keep up with Russian life with its peculiar culture and traditions. Share some superstitions from your country or ask us questions about Russian superstitions in the comments below. До свидания!